One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good morning. I'm actually running into the office to take some things to the office, get some things from the office. I need some files. And then I'm going to head back and I may hit the grocery store. I may not hit the grocery store. I need to come back and focus on filing and doing notes today. I do have some client sessions today, but I'm going to take them from home. But I just wanted to jump on really quickly. I wanted to encourage someone because I feel like every now and again, I know I get discouraged and I could use a really good pep talk. And so I wanted to come on and do that for some of you today because, man, if you are online, even for an hour a day, so I'm online for about an hour or two a day, maybe two. That's the most. The most I'm ever going to be online is like 2 hours, which I don't consider is very long considering there are 24 hours in a day. But if you are online for any portion of your day and you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, it's really easy to get discouraged when you think about what's going on right now in the dating landscape, what's going on right now with marriage, what's going on right now with the world. It is super easy to get discouraged. It is really, really easy to give up, to just say, you know what? And a lot of people are. A lot of people I know personally are like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do it. I don't think about it. I'm busying myself with other things. I'm busying myself with making money. I'm busying myself with doing other things. I just don't even think about it. Now, I think for those of us who are 50 plus, that strategy could actually work because if I'm being honest, we've had love. Like we have experienced true love. We've experienced genuine love. We've experienced a level of romance. We've experienced something that people younger than us have never experienced. So it's not like we didn't have it, right? It's not like we don't know what it is. We didn't have it. No, I know plenty of people 50 plus that have been married multiple times. What else? I mean, they've been in love. They've experienced romance. So yeah, like I think that strategy could work for those of us who are 50 plus, and it still makes me sad because I still want to see us find a good person and finish the rest of our lives together. I want to see a lot of us who have been previously married, didn't have all the skills and the tools that we have now. A lot of us have learned a whole lot about healthy relationships. We've learned what not to do. That's something that a divorced person can teach you. If they are self-aware, if they're smart, they can teach you what not to do. They can put you on game as far as, hey, this is how you avoid getting divorced, or this is a person you shouldn't choose. That's the game they can put you on. So stop listening to people who are saying, oh, if you're not currently married and you've not been in a 25-year marriage, these people can't teach you anything. No, divorced people can actually teach you a lot. But see, you have to listen and apply what they're telling you. That's what most people are not willing to do. You don't listen and you don't apply it. You don't take the time to vet. You don't slow down. You don't, take the time to heal. So I know plenty of people who've been married multiple times. Their number one piece of advice, yes, don't jump into another relationship. Don't jump out there and get married in a year or 2 years. Take the time to heal. Take the time to reflect on the first marriage, second marriage, third marriage. So yes, people who are divorced, we've experienced marriage. I've been in a marriage. I've been taken care of in a marriage. So I have an experience that people in their 20s and 30s just don't have. We can teach you a lot. Okay. And some of us, myself included, it's like, dang, it kind of sucks, the thought that I would never get the chance to actually do the right thing. I'll never get the chance to use all of the skills and the tools that I have learned. Like, I'm never going to get that chance. That kind of sucks. That does not feel good. To think that, wow, now that I'm actually a really good person, a really good partner, I've always been a good wife, but now I actually know how to choose a really good husband. The fact that I actually have the skills to choose a better man, it kind of sucks that I won't get the chance to use it. That definitely sucks. And again, nobody wants to, grow old without someone to witness their life, to share their life with. Like, yeah, everybody wants the chance to have that special person and have special moments with them and do things with them and share things with them, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs. Everybody wants that. And you know why? Because God designed us to want that. That's why men are not going to leave women alone, and women are not going to leave men alone. Okay? So y'all are worried about the birth rate. You're worried about, people not having kids. Here's what I'm going to say about that, and this is going to hurt some feelings. So my concern is the people that should be having children are not having children. The people who actually have some sense in their head should be having a lot of kids. The people who actually want to be married are good, healthy people, have good morals and values. Those are the people that should be having 5 kids. Unfortunately, the opposite is true. People who don't have the sense God gave a monkey, people who are selfish, people who have moral issues, they have poor values, those are the people running around having a bunch of kids. And that's the problem. So y'all are worried about the birth rate. I'm worried about the people having the kids and the type of kids that are being put out here in the world, kids that are not being raised, kids that are not being disciplined, kids that are not being taught anything. That's my concern. We may die out, but it's going to be long after I'm gone. So that's not my concern, dying out on the planet. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. What could happen in my lifetime is these Gen Zs having kids and those kids growing up and whatever it is they're doing. That could happen in my lifetime. So that's my concern. The people who actually should be having children are not. They're not even getting married. So that is problematic. But this is to encourage you. And I say this to you because I say it to myself every day. I believe that God is He is the God of infinite second chances. I believe in that. And I believe that you're going to get another chance. I'm going to get another chance. And what we do with that chance, right, is very important. We have to make sure we are prepared. We can't get prepared. We have to be prepared. Okay? Please be ready when that person comes into your life. And let me tell you something. I think back to all the men that I've loved in my life. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that because there was no sign that the love of my life or a love of my life or someone I was going to care for deeply was around the corner. There was no sign whatsoever. I was out in the world doing me, doing what it is I do. And that fateful day happened, and there you go. Love showed up, That is how it happens. You don't see it coming. You don't really predict, like, wow, me and this person are going to be like this in a year. Me and this person are going to be in love in a year. You don't see that stuff happening. You don't see it coming, but it can and it will. So believe that. As dark as it looks, right? It's like being in a dark room. It looks so dark. It's like, man, there is no light in here at all. There is no light. As they say, the light at the end of the tunnel, you just don't see anything. Like, just like that, all of a sudden, the light will come on, that door will open to that room, and all this light will flood in, and then you head towards it. Head towards the light. And be mindful. This is the part, y'all. Be mindful. When you meet that person, I want you to immediately go home, go somewhere, hang up that phone and start journaling, start writing, start going over all the things, all the lessons, all the stuff. Like, you have got to be mindful. You can't blow it. You can't put aside all the heartache, all the pain, all the lessons that you've learned from all the people that it didn't work out with. You got to pull that to the front of your mind. Okay, what am I going to do different? What am I going to do different this time? How am I going to show up different? Is my insecure attachment style being triggered? That's the thing I have to constantly ask myself when I'm dating someone new, because I am still, after all these years, I'm doing attachment style work. I cannot afford to sit back and think, oh, I'm good. I'm done. I don't need to do any more work on my attachment. No, I'm doing work on my attachment style every day, every single day. And I don't fall asleep on the job, because that's when accidents happen. When you fall asleep on the job, that's when accidents happen. And before you know it, you're back in a negative cycle. You're back doing the same crap that got you into trouble in the last relationship. You cannot fall asleep on a job. You can't afford it. Okay? You've got to do things differently. You've got to approach things differently and in a healthy way, which is what I'm trying to teach people. And I keep telling people this. I'm giving you the skills and the tools to find genuine love. Not something fake, not something temporary, not the short-term dating and mating strategies. That's what everybody else is teaching you. They are giving you fast food, and I am preparing you a 5-star Michelin level plate of food, right? A 5-star dish. That's what I'm trying to give you. Everybody else is trying to teach you how to get what you want now, how to get what you want today. And guess what? A lot of those strategies do work. They do help you to get that insecurely attached, anxious or avoidant person to fall for you, but it's temporary. It doesn't last. That stuff does not last. Those tactics will not take you into a 20-year marriage. That's what you have to understand. So it'll get you some temporary, oh, this feels good. It'll make your ego feel good for a little while, but it is not going to last for 20 years. It's not. Those tactics just don't last. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. I'm going to look at your comments now that I've stopped. Okay. Kalia's World said, I really needed to see this because I love, so thanks. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And then Fried 5670, women today are far too much work, mostly because of the internet. They are very unnecessary distractions. Okay, and if that's how you feel, here's what I'm going to say to all the people that are done. It's over. You've given up, right? Help me to understand why you have to discourage other people. Like, make that make sense to me. Like, I hate chocolate ice cream, and I don't go online. I don't talk to everybody I know. I don't shout it from the rooftops that I hate chocolate ice cream and you should too. Like, so please help me to make that make sense. That says something about you. When something didn't work out for you, when you got discouraged, when you got hurt, when you got tricked or fooled or whatever happened, it says something about you when not only do you have to run out and share that, but it's like you're doing it in a way to discourage other people. You're projecting onto other people, right? So when men get in the comments and start talking down about women, again, you have every right to feel that way, and you have every right to not deal with women ever again. What I'm trying to understand is why you're projecting that onto other people, why you're trying to go on this, tour, this disparagement tour, and try to discourage other people. Like, what does that get you? Again, I don't understand it. There's a lot of things I don't like, but again, it's my business that I don't like it. I don't need to go around on some sort of tour and try to discourage other people not to like it either. That don't make sense to me. And Quite frankly, I don't have that kind of time. So same with women. I see women doing that too. They've been hurt. They've been used and abused, and they've dated 5 narcissists and all this other crap. Okay, look inside, go inside of yourself. And if you are interested in healing that part of you that keeps bringing these people into your life and you keep entertaining these people, it's not even about attracting these people. It's about the fact that you find them attractive. You find them sexy. You think this person is your soulmate, and oh, this is the 5th narcissist that I dated. Baby, it's you. It's you. It's not them. It's you that needs to go somewhere and sit down and figure out why the narcissist is so attractive to you. Okay? But you going out here and going on this disparagement tour of men, and they're this, they're that, they're dangerous. They're, like, what's going on there? What is really going on there? Right? I'm going to teach you some things about male nature, but there's nothing disparaging about that. And there are no lies. Like most of the things that I teach women about male nature, men have co-signed. They're like, yep, that is true. Like I can't even, Anita ain't lying. Yeah, I'm not lying on y'all. But I am, just like Red Pill is trying to teach men the nature of women, I am telling you how men really are. What's the number one rule I tell you? Sleeping with him will not make him like you better. It will not make him like you more. Sorry, not sorry. It will make him like himself more. It will make him feel like he's the man because he was able to conquer you in that way. But it will not stir up feelings of love for you. And women keep trying to put this to the test. You think giving a man sex is going to make him fall in love. It isn't. That's not how that works. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. A man has to have an emotional connection, not a sexual connection, not a physical connection, an emotional connection, an emotional investment to fall in love. Okay? There has to be something about you that is just this heart feeling that is like, man, I can't override this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about her. They often will say that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about her, but it's just something about her that does it for me. But it isn't sex. It isn't, oh, she can do a backflip onto my wee-wee and all this. No, it's not that. It's not that. Ask any man about when he fell in love and how he fell in love. And he is not, 90% of them are not going to mention anything sexual. It's not about that. So know the nature of men, just like men need to learn the nature of women. Right? If a man gives away his commitment, if a man is too beta, yes, that will eventually turn a woman off. The polarity gets flipped and she don't want you like that. It's like being with another woman. No, thank you. So have boundaries, have standards, stand up for yourself. Stop letting women disrespect you. Yes, that's not going to win you respect in the long term. And remember, as a man, your number one need is respect. It's not love, it's respect. That this person is treating me in such a way that shows, my worth, my value, their reverence for me. Y'all hate these old-timey words, but they are fitting for what we're talking about. That person should have a level of reverence for you. And most women today don't, but y'all keep dealing with them. You keep dealing with them. You keep overlooking the disrespect. You keep overlooking the ways in which she passive aggressively talks about you and doesn't respect you. Stop overlooking that. And again, you can check a woman without losing your mind, without losing your temper, without yelling, without putting your hands on her. You can check a woman. You can check a woman. Good men know how to do this. They are also not afraid to just leave them alone. And that's what most men today really, y'all are not good at that. Especially if the woman is having sex with you. Y'all don't know how to walk away. Like, you know what? I have sexual access here and I know she got a reckless mouth, but I'm going to keep coming around. See, and then that's on you. And then what's so wild is a lot of these women will flip the script on you. So they'll give you a whole lot of sex in the beginning because they know that's what hooked y'all dumb tail. And then slowly but surely, the sex will go down and the disrespect will go up. And before you know it, you locked in a trap. Well, I mean, I'm married to her now. I got 2 kids by her now. We got a mortgage now, and I got to put up with it. No, you don't. No, you don't. But you should have never allowed it to happen in the first place. So I advocate for every single person on the planet to love themselves, to know their worth. And I'm not talking about some inflated worth. I'm not talking about worldly worth. I'm talking about godly worth, right? Work on yourself, have a growth mindset, try to become the best version of yourself you can be. Present that person to people out in the world. The people who like it, love it. The people who don't, drift away from them. Y'all keep following these worldly tactics because guess what? They work temporarily, but they don't provide long-term satisfaction. They will get you the girl for the first 3 months. They will get you the guy for the first month, for the first 2 months. But I'm not interested in that. Can I be honest? I'm not interested in that. That doesn't interest me at all. I am interested in something sustainable. I'm interested in something long-term. I don't want to have to keep, doing this over and over and over. Maybe some of y'all love that. I don't enjoy the new getting to know you, talking on the phone. And I don't enjoy that. It's necessary. It's a necessary evil, but I don't know. Maybe some of y'all are dopamine driven and that's the part of it that you actually like. You actually love that new honeymoon phase. This is the part I really like. And then when it starts to get serious, that's when I dump the person and then I move on to the next. And then you do it over and over and over. Baby, I don't have that kind of energy. I'm old. I don't have that kind of energy like that to be starting relationships every 3 months, every 6 months. No, thank you. I'm in a phase of life where I need strong and steady and secure, safe. You gonna be there? You consistent? Okay, great. Like, there we go. There we go. And I'm not gonna take you for granted. You're not gonna take me for granted. We're gonna keep putting in time, energy, and effort, but we actually gonna build onto something so that it can grow deeper and deeper. Like, that's what we're doing. Not just to have the rug ripped out from under us and starting all over again. So no. Stay encouraged. And again, think of the long game. Stop doing these tactics that, sure, they're going to get you, for the women, they're going to get you some money or some bags or some dates and all this other stuff. That's temporary. That's not permanent. That's not going to last. Yeah, it'll get you. You listen to some of these toxic femininity coaches. Yeah, you'll get some stuff. You'll get some stuff. Okay. And for the dudes, you listening to these players and these red pill dudes and, how to get sex and how to be the man and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they'll get you something temporarily. Temporarily. Then it's on to the next and the next and the next. And let me just tell you, you're going to get to an age where you don't want to do that anymore. I've been at this age. It ain't 57, y'all. It was more like 35, okay? At 35, I was like, yeah, I don't have that kind of time. I just can't. I don't have that kind of energy. I don't have that kind of time. I can't play no games. People be out here playing phone games and all these games. I don't have that kind of time. I don't. And I was done at 35. So at 57. That's why I said, technically, if I'm being honest, I could sit down. I could. But I'm not speaking to most people who are over 50. I'm speaking to people who are in their 20s and in their 30s. They want to be married. They want to have kids. They want to have someone. They want to have a great life together. So I want to encourage you. I do. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. My kids are grown. I have a rich, full, fulfilling life because of the choices that I made. I made some good choices. I'm going to be honest with you all. Some of you all are not making choices at all, or you're not making good choices. But remember, life and love is about risk. That's what my marriage was about. I took a risk on a man. I did not vet him properly. Now that's the part I have to own. I did not vet him properly. I did not take my time, but I took a risk and I got married and I had a family, and the marriage didn't last, but okay, I'm glad I took that risk. I'm glad I made that choice. I'm glad I got to be a wife and a mother. So it's going to take risks. And that's another thing. I see a lot of people, you all are scared and you're afraid to take risks. Well, what if it doesn't work out? Okay, what if it doesn't work out? Like I said, nothing is guaranteed but taxes and death. Okay, and I got a tax bill now that I got to call them this morning about. That I know for sure is Uncle Sam going to get his money one way or another. Okay, and that Anita will not live forever. Those are the two things, and I will stay black. What else? What else do I know for sure? That's the guarantee. Outside of that, nothing is guaranteed. You have to do the best with the cards you're dealt, with the cards you get throughout life. I've had some bad cards switched out for some good cards. See, and you have to play the heck out of the hand that you have. But be encouraged, especially now. I get it. This is like the worst time in my lifetime for people to be single. I have never seen the hate and the vitriol and the bitterness. People are so bitter and so cold towards one another. And definitely men towards women and women towards men. The bitterness, the coldness, the callousness. I've never, ever in my 57 years seen people talk like this to strangers. And what's wild is y'all are willing to put it out there to people you don't even know. Like, that's how wild it is. You will argue back and forth with a person on the other side of the world you've never even met. You will tell them about themselves and about their thinking and about what they believe. Like, you will project onto a total stranger. You will make all these inferences about a person you never even met. Call them names, call them they don't have no value and don't nobody want you and you old and washed up. And you don't know me from a can of paint. That's the sickness that we are living in. That people, like, they're open with their vitriol. They are just out here and open and just spreading it on everybody. They're not even trying to hide it. Y'all not even trying to censor the fact that you are bitter, that you are angry, that you are disappointed, that you're scared. You're not even trying to hide it. You want everybody to know. So I don't understand that. I was raised in a time by a set of people and their people that you don't go out here and just spew your foolishness all over everybody, right? Courtesy is the order of the day, being considerate of other people. I wish I would just go out here and just call a person I never even met a whole bunch of names and you're this and you're that and don't nobody want you. Really? Really? This is what y'all are doing. And because of the anonymity of social media, of the internet, that's what's emboldening you. Because we know for certain, like there are people here in Richmond that know me and know of me, and they may be saying things behind my back, but when I'm in front of them, they don't say those things in front of me. So that's how I know y'all got some kind of home training. Because you're not out here in front of my face saying the things that you would say online. You're not saying it to my face. So you got some kind of home training. You do know better. But see, the anonymity of the internet emboldens you. That's when you want to tell people about themselves and project on them and all of that. No, you wouldn't do that if I was sitting in front of you. So what I love the most about some of these YouTube videos where you see one person against 20 people of an opposite mindset, or one person who's going against these 20 people that just think totally different than them. What I love about it, though, is the fact that it's honest, right? I'm sitting right here in front of you. We're having a debate about something. And yeah, at least it's honest. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to be honest with me. I can respect a person like that. If you're going to say something crazy to me, say it in front of my face. Say it right to me. But most of y'all are not going to do that. Most men are not going to talk to most women in person on a date the way they do through social media. Because they know better. They know better. The stupid stuff that I see men say about women online, you would never sit in front of a group of women and say that out your mouth. You wouldn't. Because like I said, you got some amount of home training. Like, that's not going to fare well. No, it's not. But for some reason, you'll do it online. Same with women. Y'all say the craziest stuff about men, but you won't do it to their face. So That has got to stop. That's got to be corrected. If you wouldn't say that to that person's face, don't type it online. There has to be some sort of decorum even on social media, as crazy as it is, there has to be some sort of decorum, some sort of, way in which we handle each other. It's ridiculous. Be the change you want to see. That's why I changed a lot of how I do my platform. Because I was like, okay, I'm doing these things for likes, I'm doing these things for clicks, I'm doing these things for engagement, but is it really helping? Is it positive? Is it putting out positivity in the world? And guess what? I said, no, it's not. There were things that I would post that I was like, yeah, this really isn't helping. This really isn't bringing forth a positive change that I want to see out here. And I stopped doing those things. I started taking more breaks because, like I said, this stuff will infect you. It's like when I come on to social media, can I be honest? I have to wear a hazmat suit. So I have to wear the thing over my face. I have to wear the suit. I have to wear the gloves. That's how I have to treat social media so I don't get infected. I have to wear a hazmat suit when I come on here. And I don't come on here long. Like, I'm making this video and then I'm done for the day. I'm not coming back here. Because when you hang out here and you don't have the proper protection on, you get infected. This stuff that you hearing on social media, it gets inside of you. And y'all don't think it does. You don't think that the red pill talk, the pink pill talk, and all this nonsense, you don't think that it starts to seep into you. You start using the language. You start thinking the way those people tell you to think. Then your actions will show up the way that you're thinking. See, it's just a vicious cycle. But I put on my hazmat suit before I come on here. I make sure that my feed is full of baby elephants and puppies and French bulldogs and, stuff about God and stuff about the Bible. And I don't listen to toxic content creators. The content creators I follow are people that I actually know. People that I know, people whose content is positive and uplifting and aligns with mine. Not people that are doing all this crazy stuff for clicks. No, I don't follow those people because a lot of their content is toxic and you shouldn't either. But because right now we love being entertained. And guess what? The more drama filled, the more toxic, the more, just out of pocket the stuff is, the more entertained you are, the more dopamine you get. But you don't realize that stuff is rotting your brain. So be very mindful about that. The things that you look at and that you watch in the name of entertainment, that's going to have you thinking that men are evil, they're bad, they're oppressive, and that women are out to use you. Women are users. They can't be trusted. They're awful. They're terrible. See, that stuff gets into your psyche. And before you know it, that's the rhetoric that you're talking. And before you know it, those are the things that you're actually doing. That's what you actually believe. And you'll meet somebody fantastic. This happened to a friend of mine just last month. Met someone amazing and let all the stupidity of Instagram ruin it. I said, well, that's what you get. I said, you let this stuff get in your head. You started to think that, you started to project it onto this person. And thank God the woman was healthy. And she was like, no, I'm good. Yeah, she was healthy. I am not going to let this person project this stuff onto me. I'm a healthy person. I'm securely attached. I want something real and genuine. And if you have all this fear about paying for a date or, me using you and yeah, I'm good. I said, yeah, check yourself. Same with the women. Oh, I ain't going on no coffee date. I ain't going. Okay. The love of your life wants to meet up at Starbucks after church. And you will never know it because, if he ain't spending money on me, that means that he don't like me. No, that's not what that means, sweetheart. That's what the toxic femininity people have you believing. That the more money a man spends, the more invested he is. Not today. Not today, because men, they have all kind of ways of getting things to you and taking you places and doing things for you that half of them ain't even paying for. That don't mean anything. That don't mean that they feel a way about you. Let me tell you what it does mean. It means that they're smart enough to play on that weakness that you have. They're very smart. They're playing on a weakness that you have, which is if I buy her a bunch of things and take her to a bunch of places and give her something expensive or pay for nails or hair or whatever, yeah, I can lower this person's defenses. I can make them think I'm genuine when I'm not. It's the oldest manipulation tactic in the world. Same with women. Oh, if I just throw some sex onto him, if I give him some good loving, I can get anything I want. And y'all fall for it. That's what's crazy. Y'all fall hook, line, and sinker for the oldest manipulation tactic in the book. So look, we got to grow up. We have to not only listen to wisdom, we have to apply it. There are content creators out here that want to get you in a loving, kind, respectful, wonderfully equitable relationship. But you have to listen and apply the wisdom. You have to stop doing things in this worldly way. Stop thinking that that's going to get you the results you want. It's not. It's going to get you a temporary result. And look, when you see these celebrity couples out here in the first 3, 6, 9 months, they're all over each other. They're packing on the PDA. They're everywhere. They're taking pictures. They're doing this. They're doing that. Again, y'all see that and think that people are winning. That's how immature you are. Oh, I love it, girl. I love to see it. And now she with this dude. And forget her ex and blah, blah, blah. Talk to me in 5 years. Heck, talk to me next year. Tell me what's happening with them next year. Y'all put so much weight on a temporary thing. Y'all think people who are in rebounds are winning. 90% of rebound relationships do not last. But y'all swear up and down. Oh, they winning, girl. Can we grow up? Can we grow up? Listen to wisdom and apply wisdom. It really is that simple. Stay encouraged. Sometimes you got to take breaks from being online. And then you have to go through your feed. So here's what I do once a month. I go to my followers and then I go to my following and I go through it. If I see anything that's not positive, that's not, uplifting, I delete it. I delete those people. I unfollow the people, or I'll get rid of the people that are following me, because it's not helpful. It's not leading to the goal that I have. Once we set goals, once we say I want to be a wife, I want to be a husband, I want to have a family, I want to be in love. Once you set that goal, that means you can't do anything that is not going to lead to that goal. Because what is the point? What is the point of doing that if it's not going to get you closer to the goal? So that's what smart people do. I'm going to encourage you to do the same. I thank you all for rocking with me. I want to continue to encourage you. I know that the God that I serve is the God of many, 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 many chances. I have gotten many, many chances. I just prayed yesterday. I said, Lord, I got another chance. Okay. I got another chance. I know it. I know it. It may be a long time coming. And maybe I needed to be sat down. Maybe I needed to sit this one out so that I could really, really be prepared. Because he's like, yeah, you do have another chance coming, but I need you to be prepared and not get prepared. I need you to be mindful. I need you to make sure that you are self-aware, that when you are triggered, when you see these things happening, when you feel these things happening, what are you going to do differently? But you have to be prepared, not getting prepared, not trying to rush and, oh, I met this great person. Because like I just told y'all, my friend fumbled somebody because they were not prepared for a genuine, kind, feminine, loving, yeah, I want something real. I don't have a problem with submission, all the things. And oh, here we go with the red pill rhetoric. Here we go with the talking points. And that person was like, yeah, I'm good. Let me go about my business. And if I'm being honest, that's a lot of the men I meet. They start talking out the side of their neck. And I'm like, okay, yeah, have a great day. And I never speak to them again. I float away. I am never afraid to float away from toxic or negative people. And I don't need to be mad. I don't need to cuss them out. I don't need to tell them about themselves. I just disappear. That is my way. I just disappear. And at some point that person's left thinking, whatever happened with Anita? Some people will call me and say that. They'll call me out of the blue. So what happened? What happened with us? And how come it didn't do this? And how come it did? And because you just kicked that door open, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, because that's you giving me permission to tell you about yourself. So if you bold enough to call my phone and say, hey, what happened with us? That's you saying, hey, give it to me. Tell me the truth, and I'm going to give it to you. And most people are like, oh, I don't even know how to feel. Yeah, you asking and I'm going to tell. But most people don't. I drift away, I float away, and most people don't. I think they know what time it is. They're like, you know what, Anita ain't for all this BS. She ain't gonna play the man role. She ain't gonna they know what time it is. They don't have to call me and ask. They know what happened. Okay. They know what it is. And they go on about their business. But be encouraged. It ain't over. It ain't over until Jesus comes back. Be encouraged. Keep your eyes on him. And stop looking around at the world. Stop looking at what they're doing. Y'all think that they are winning. They're not winning. They're not winning. It looks like it. And it can be discouraging. You see the women out here with, their distorted bodies and their fake hair and their nails and their bags and their shoes and the trips. And, you see these baddies and these Instagram models and all that. The OnlyFans girls, y'all really think they're winning. Y'all really think that they're winning. And they're not. Y'all see dudes out here with a certain type of woman and she looked good and, and it looked like, he got the car and the life and the money and all. Baby, they're not winning. They're not winning. These are the most toxic, damaged, broken people. You know who is a perfect example of that? And I'm going to give this example and then I got to go. But they are the perfect example of everything that look good ain't good. So Ray J, Brandy's little brother, and his soon-to-be ex-wife, or maybe they already exes, what's her name? Princess Love. Princess is a beautiful woman. She is a stunning-looking woman. And Ray J appears to have a measure of fame. He appears to have money. He appears to, have a lifestyle. These two people are toxic and broken. They have 2 children together, and their life has been full of drama from day one. Do y'all remember when they were on, was it Love and Hip Hop or another show? I don't know if y'all remember this, but this was way back when they were first dating. And there was a show, and this is when I used to watch television. That's how far back it was. But they was on either Love and Hip Hop or some show, and they were on a date, and they got into a fight again, and they were sitting outside, poolside. They were sitting beside a pool at a table. They got in a fight. She threw her drink on him, and then he got up. He was trying to leave. So she goes after him, and she attempts to push him in the pool, but he turns, and when he kind of turned his body, she pushed in, and then she fell in the pool. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember Princess Love and Ray J back in the day when they first met? This is how the relationship started. Like, I want to remind you all, this is how the relationship started. Her throwing a drink on him making her fall into the pool. And this was like the first year of their relationship. Now we are what? 6, 7 years, 8 years in. They have 2 children. Their marriage is as toxic as ever. She has threatened to divorce him 3 times. Apparently, this is the final time. Now, Ray J has lost his ever-loving mind, and he's making all these podcast rounds. He's producing a show about transsexuals. I mean, Ray J has lost his entire mind. He's doing stitch streams about, prostitutes and paying for sex. And then he talked about being sexually abused when he was a teen. I mean, he's lost his entire mind. If y'all have any envy for these people, if y'all want what they have, like, I need you to understand, that's a perfect example. Princess Love and Ray J. They have been toxic since day one. They then went on to get married. They then went on to have 2 children. Do y'all remember when Princess Love had the second baby? Ray J took her, he took the family to Vegas, left her in Vegas, left her for days, went off, left her in a hotel room. She didn't have no money. She's on Instagram. She's on Instagram going live, telling everybody about what Ray J is doing. He's cheating. He's leaving her places with no money and no resources. And y'all think these people are winning. They are the perfect example of a toxic, abusive couple where the woman is beautiful. She is stunning. She is physically amazing. And the man appears to have it all. And their life is a crap show. And I can assure you that inside of that marriage is full of pain. It's full of drama. It's full of anxiety. It's full of depression. There's nothing good about that marriage. Can we mention another? Erica Mena and Safari. Again, they look good. Y'all love talking about how good people look together. Oh, they look good. Oh, they gonna make some pretty kids. And once again, they have 2 children. And their marriage is toxic. And it always has been. It always has been the drama, the foolishness, the cussing, the fighting, the physical altercations, all of this crap in front of their children. But y'all think these people are winning because they have a little bit of money. They have a little bit of fame. I can go on. I can name couple after couple after couple after couple that y'all believe are winning, and they're not. So do not be envious of these people. They're not winning. They're not winning, okay? Get into your right mind and realize, okay, this is toxic. Like, I can't imagine the pain that these people must feel being in these relationships. It's horrible. And they have children. They brought children into the world, into this toxic mess. So no, I want you to stay single until you can be in the love of your life. I do. I want you to stay on your own. I want you to work on yourself. I want you to make sure you have the best life you can, even if you're unpartnered, until you find a good, healthy person to share your life with. Right? People like me, it may be the rest of my life, and I got to be okay with it. But if you're young, you prioritize being in a relationship, but the relationship must be healthy. And the second you find out it's not, drift away. Drift away. Just drift away. Just go on about your business. You're going to be okay. I promise you. God is the God of second, third, fourth, fifth, infinite chances, right? If you trust him, but you have to trust him. All right, y'all, I'm going in here, get my day started, and it's actually very late now, but have a great rest of the day. I appreciate your support. I thank you so much. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. And you still have an opportunity to get 30 days of Skool free of charge. All you have to do is email me at info@betterlovemovement.com. Consider becoming a member of the YouTube channel, because I'm going to start making members only content again. It usually comes out about twice a week, and then my regular videos come out about twice a week. But I am going to decide if I'm going to up the members only content, if I'm going to start making like more members only content than regular content. I need to decide that. So have a great rest of the day. It is beautiful here. Unfortunately, I cannot walk because I'm in a boot right now because of breaking my toe 2 months ago, and now I have some sort of spur on my foot. So I'm technically in a boot right now. I'm mad because I can't walk or run. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to ride my bike because I need to get some sort of exercise. But I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Enjoy this beautiful day. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay open.